My payroll name is Deb Helfrich. My chosen name is Zenzile Landalozi. You can call me Zenzi. And right back there, that's Zanzi, my puppy. And this is the Pacific Ocean. She's been my main collaborator for 9 months. As I've been homeless in a little town right here at Cote de la Pacific. This is a plea with Daniel Dennett to accompany me as a mentor on the greatest intellectual caper of our lifetimes. Not much has been all that revolutionary since Einstein. Let me introduce you to the she-Einstein of consciousness. That's right, I've sorted the hard problem of consciousness into an easy pivot. I just recorded you an audio. Here's a little bit. This is me. Outlier, outsider. Now, here's the thing. It was the near-death experience. It was my particular non-standard experiences of life that brought me to seeing consciousness in an entirely different way and to biohack consciousness to stay alive. I've used my thinking equipment to understand human functioning. You might say she's Sherlocking human functioning. All these seemingly logical things are not the solution. Then what's left is the solution. Physicist John Archibald Wheeler, and I don't have the quote handy, but we'll get it because it's a good one. Once we figure this all out, we're all going to say, how beautiful the solution is. How could we have not seen it? How could it be otherwise? That's what I'm on to. Now, of course, we got to do some science. There'll be some, but here's the thing. The philosophical method is far more powerful than the scientific method, especially when we're living in a civilization on the brink of chaos. This is about saving our species from self-extincting. The philosophical premise is about 30 years. I'm up for the challenge. I'm ready, willing, and able to make philosophy essential to every single one of the 7.9 billion humans across every nook and cranny of Earth. One of the first things we've got to account for is the fact that we are one species. We are all African ancestrally. I see all your love of evolution, and I like to call it evolutionary logic, one of the key heuristics of my unifying theory of human energy, potential, and well-being. I'm staying way far away from the quacks busters. The quack busters worry me more than the quacks. The quacks are just really atrocious theoreticians. Most of them mean well. Very few humans are really fraudulent. Very few humans are really evil. Very few humans are really serial killers. But you wouldn't know that to look at our entertainment, because that seems to be the only way that we can take all of the creative impressiveness of showrunners and give them a serial killer, and they create good TV or crimes or law or medical. We are suffering from an ever-escalating burden of chronic disease and mental illness that seemingly will not stop. We are now devolving our lifespan. Some, perhaps ultimately the foundational something, is clearly not been sussed appropriately by science. The scientific method right now It takes millions of dollars of lab equipment and millions of dollars of professional reviews and it's become overwieldy. We need people to have the philosophical method to assess whether what's coming out of the scientific method actually does anything for their lives. And to top all this off, from the marketing manipulation of the media industry, you, like me, read these studies. And what's said in the study is not what's promoted in the headlines. This marketing manipulation, this is why I failed. Everyone wants me to manipulate them. I'm like, no, I sorted the hard problem of consciousness into an easy pivot. This belongs to humankind, not to the GL balances of some guy who wants to take 80% of the revenue from my life's work. So the only place we're going to be able to get consciousness solved quickly, and I say we do like an X Prize thing, take that back and make it an academic challenge. I'm very near Stanford. I'm very okay with Stanford. They got a Sapolsky there. We need some primatologists. Obviously, maybe a neuroscientist. But I want some biophysicists. I want some quantum physicists. I mean, the She Einstein of consciousness. E equals MC squared tells us everything we know. But we got to think about it in non-standard ways. We got to think about it using life-centric thinking. I am the founder of #wellbeing philosophy, thinking about how we think about being human. I guess the closest would be phenomenology. But even there, I think Merleau-Ponty, the Husserls, the Sartres, the Hegels, the Heideggers, these are the people that I've synthesized alongside the Einsteins and the Heisenbergs and the Feynmans and the Gödels. And I've told you in the previous audio about, fixing the blind spots in Descartes, Newton, Darwin, Freud, and Einstein in historical order. And all around consciousness. How we think about the universe and ourselves within it. And what we need to do is take Heisenberg's uncertainty principle and Gödel's incompleteness theorems alongside the Helfrich life-centric complexity axiom. Now, I don't have a clue how to talk to any person about the complexity of consciousness, except somebody who I've spent some time with. The difference in you and I feel most explicitly, is your love of AI, machine learning, languages, etc., etc., etc. I spent 2 decades as a practicing software consultant doing payroll implementation software. The IRS was my client, and 50 states and innumerable counties and cities. I'm used to organically crunching a vast quantity of big data. So there's a lot of reasons why. The other thing is I have been neglected my whole life. I was morbidly obese for the first 50 years of my life. So one of the things the theory of consciousness did for me, solved that right up. Used my thinking equipment to evaporate 150 pounds in the 15 months after turning 50. And part of what I want to do is do a documentary about solving for consciousness and watch people watch my body completely. I'm going to demonstrate the waterfall of youth. And your thinking equipment is not experiencing cognitive dissonance all day long. Your body gets optimized. You want your body optimized, and then your optimized body increases your mental capacity. Here's the one thing I found difficult to do. Fix the presbyopia. But that's actually because this number is really tiny and is really small and it really doesn't stand out. 10 minutes. So I'm going to try to be under 15. The difference between you and me is, and you said it, you're not quite fond of quantum mechanics. The answers are there. The complementarity of particle and wave is essential to understanding human functioning. And specifically, we've got the biochemistry down pretty well. It's the wave function of consciousness. That's it in a nutshell. Quantum philosophy. I've read Roland Amnes's, and you don't seem to be going that way, and that's the difference. Is going through it, the art of creating artificial, and I mean, again, I'm a Carnegie Mellon degreed philosopher. So tech, and a practicing software consultant for 2 decades, and then I had an autistic shutdown, and then I had a toxic mold exposure. Get this brain imaged. Y'all gonna I'm like, seriously, the Phineas Gage of the 2020s. Alongside all of my mental capacities, what I'm gonna show us is how I've rewired my brain myself, like a stroke victim, around what the mold took from me. And what it took from me was, quite frankly, the socialization model. I'm tired of the games that we play to be social creatures. That's the area in which the truth of the majesty of consciousness, it just doesn't fit into the socialization of humans in the U.S. of hypocrisy. So Roland Amnes, and he mentioned Griffith, the physicist Griffith, mid-'80s. It was right when I started at Carnegie Mellon. He came up with the whole story aspect of quantum particles, and this is a key thing as well. The philosophical hypothesis of one complex compound word. So I'm redacting, for this is going on the internet. You'll see it, and you'll be precisely where I was, like, wow, I get it, but how do you talk about it? That's where I want your help as a mentor to introduce me to someone at Stanford, or you can pitch me for Tufts if you want to pull together the team. I need to stay on the West Coast, though. I have environmental conditions. I'll come travel there and everything. But we need to pull together, like there's the X Prize in for commerce to take over all of the things of life. How are we going to not go extinct if everything that humanity does is to make some white man ever so more richer? Nothing's going to get done anymore. Look at the state of this world. Nothing getting done unless it provides exponential profit. And this is all a myth, right? Yes, as everything. The internet, there was some crazy skyrocketing profits available. But the next skyrocketing profits? Human functioning. Selling the entercation on human functioning. I'm telling you, write me a blank check and I will provide exponential wealth, not next year, 3 years. How to demolish racism by 2030. That's one of my hashtags. That's my top first goal. To do the human functioning stuff, we're going to need some science. But to stop racism, that's a mind virus. We could do that philosophically. And all it takes is the money to get the word around the world. We're all African ancestrally. We need to stop with all this judging and punishing and constraining and assuming and presuming. And every human on earth should have their basic needs met. Clean air, clean water, secure nutrition and shelter, and the tools of intellectual and economic capacity, electricity, internet access, and a reliable advice that does not have planned obsolescence so the white men get richer and richer. I've been homeless for 20 months. Destitute for 27 months. This is all I got. The greatest intellectual caper of our time. I'm telling you, I've got it. And I'm telling you that the challenge is in making sure all humanity knows how consciousness operates. We do that. From a wise feminine perspective, I see us changing everything. I see there's no problems we can't solve. There's a lot of problems we'll never even conceive of being able to solve if everybody goes, show me the money first. Show me the evolutionary logic. It's time for the expansion of consciousness. That's my job. That's my role. Harmony. This been Deb Helfrich. You can call me Zenzi. 360-969-5826. I'm so looking forward to chatting with you. Harmony.